I'm very grateful and honoured to be able to introduce the co-chair of this year's conference in London, Dr. Sheikh Ramzy. Ladies and gentlemen, I think you all know Dr. Sheikh Ramzy. We've had a chance to benefit already from his excellent moderation and chairmanship skills and experience. You may not know Dr. Ramzy is actually the director of the Oxford Islamic Information Centre, and very much involved in interfaith dialogue in the United Kingdom and around the world. We've had a chance to collaborate on many of the continents, and it's always been successful. I was giving some praise to him yesterday for his great ability, also I think to bring people together in a very unique setting, ultimately to bring results. The topic he's chosen for his keynote address today, I hope he is just as successful, because there we really have an urgent crisis, and I think it's hard to find someone who's been working harder than Dr. Sheikh Ramzy to try to, again, bring awareness to these issues, to try to bring justice. And I'm hoping that today's keynote address will fit into that long and energetic fight that he has been fighting. The topic that Dr. Ramzy has chosen is bringing justice for Rohingya in the framework of the Commonwealth. So if you could please join me in a very, very warm welcome for the Honourable Dr. Sheikh Ramzy.
Thank you. That was excellent. Let me greet you with the Islamic greeting of peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi. Peace and blessing of Almighty God be upon you all. The topic which we have, of course, as is Honourable Mark said, it is Rohingya, justice for Rohingya. And of course the situation of the Rohingya. What happened? I would like to give you some information, some background after what is the Rohingya and what is the Arakan and why these things happen and repeating and repeating. We have, of course, you can see the Burma, of course. I just pointed there, which you know the Burma, which is very situated with Bangladesh and of course Thailand and other countries. Trying to go back to the, yes. Now the past, I'm going to talk about the past, present and future, what is happening, very, very, very brief. And Indo-Aryan, the Rohingya Rohingya is an Indo-Aryan people, which there are since 18th century they've been there. And of course, over 1,000 years, they have been in the Arakan, the place which we have done there. In the Arakan, it was a kingdom. Before it was a kingdom in the many century ago. What we have, yes, from the 9th to 14th century. From 9th to the 14th century, Rohingya come, he found Islam. Islam the merchant, or the merchant came and they talked to them, and of course they become a Muslim, and of course they had a good relation with the Bangladesh. And what you can see here, there is a, you have to remember this one is about a 14th century mosque, that means about several hundred years old is that, which at the moment the government of Burma, they say there is nothing there for, is that several centuries there. And of course the coin which you can see is a 9th century coin which we have for the Arab. The next one, of course, from the 1824 to 1942, Britain, this is started from here almost. Britain captured the Burma, and of course workers came from all over the continent, all over the place, and stayed with to work and build the Burma under the British rule. In 1942, Japan invaded the Burma. Japan invaded the Burma, of course, and of course Burmese nationalists, which attacked the Muslim, because Muslim was gained on the time of the British power or British colonial, and they tried to attack them at that time started. In 1945, General Einstein, you can see that Britain again liberate the Burma, and by the help of the General Aung San, and of course by the Muslim Rohingya Muslims. A very good person, of course, Aung San, which his daughter is at the moment, you can see the Aung San. In 1977, the junta operation on the Dragon King was a large scale, which of course a general, we had a general, of course, I think General Nevin attacked 200,000 Rohingya fled to Bangladesh. It wasn't just a flooding, it was a rape, slavery, killing, burning, and looting. Since General Aung San, after General Aung San, these are happening. In 1978 to 1999, 78 Bangladesh struck the UN, and of course they said to the UN, Bangladesh said to the UN, can we bring these 200,000 because Bangladesh is a poor country, very poor country themselves. And of course they said, can we take him back? They take him back, but the Burma's government does not want the Rohingya there at all. Because a new immigration law came, and the people who immigrate at that time of the British, they said they are illegal. That means about 200 years. The people who born, the people who were there, they are all illegal. And they had a card, of course, I talk about it, they had a white card, they had a green card, they had a white card, mini card, and they take it from them and say, you are illegal, you are Bangladeshi and you have to go back. He said, we are Rohingya, we are born in Rohingya, we have the history there, but they didn't accept it. And killing people. In the 19th, the army changed its name from Burma to Myanmar, of course, when it became, that's again big histories which I'm trying to make it very short. They changed the name. They have a ulterior motive. In 1991, more than 250,000 Rohingya refugees again fled to all over the world, including Bangladesh, of course, Bangladesh, Malaysia, Arabia, and they went there again. That was raping, killing during the decades and decades and decades. These poor people have been raped, killed, burned, and destroyed, taken back and thrown out. In 2012, a riot between, of course, the Rohingya and the Rakhine Buddhists. Because Rakhine is a place where the Buddhists and the Rohingya living together. Of course, get about 100 people got killed. And after all, of course, as a result, 150,000 people, 150,000 Rohingya people, mothers, children, elderly, went to the concentration camp, which still exists, a concentration camp. Worse than it, I can say, I have hand on the heart, sometimes it's worse than a Jewish concentration camp. It's a Holocaust, which they're doing. It is a Holocaust. 150,000 people. And what they're doing there, they take the woman as they like, rape them. They're slavery, they're total slavery is in there. And what we do, turn our face back. I was talking to them, of course, a few months ago, I was talking to the Secretary General of the United Nations, Antonio Guterres, and I accused him, I say, he's been silenced. In front of the 1,500 people, at least 200 diplomats from all over the world. I said, you turn in your face. You turn in your face on a genocide, you turn in our face, you're another Holocaust which is happening. You turn in your face. Tell me, is it genocide or not? He said. I said, is it a genocide or not? Everyone knows. BBC was there, ITN was there. I said, here you are. All they know. It is a genocide. He said, we have to help them. I said, that's not right. We talked, and after that said, okay, bring me proof of the genocide, and I accepted and do it himself when we went to the private talking. So meanwhile, you call it ethnic cleansing. We are going to put it as ethnic cleansing until you prove it. That was the head of the United Nations. Still, we are talking with our lawyers. I've got several lawyers, several big lawyers, QCs. which are working on to bring the justice, especially for the rape, gang rape. And of course in 2016, as I said, some militant Harakat al-Yaqeen, and Harakat al-Yaqeen, of course, it's stupid people, which they done that, but they wanted to show, as a research, they said, look, they are killing us anyway, they are destroying us anyway, they are raping us anyway. Let's do something. They are killing us, let's do something. And they done that, and of course, suddenly, hell break out. And of course, army retaliated. 25,000 people from the Rohingya went to Bangladesh, and they're killing, arson, and death and destruction, raping the wars. In 2017, August 25th, the Burman military attacks killed thousands. They told them, you got 2 hours. Leave and go. If we see you, you are a terrorist. We kill you. To the ladies, to the children, to the young girls, which they raped. And of course, burning 288 villages were burning. It's about around 1,000 villages, 500 have been left. I think much more than it has been burned. Army has raped women, killing their husband, killing and slaughtering the children. Slaughtering, they are the saying, of course, which is a mother been raped with the 3 children they had, gang raped, 3 children. They give him 2 children, one in his hand, and one took it and threw it in a fire. Fear. They made so much of fear, which no man could stand, no woman could stand there. A stampede over 800,000 people. 800,000 people made the exodus from the Rohingya. Biggest exodus. Has used gang rape as a weapon of war. Weapon of fear. The United Nations has stated they attacked. Very organized. United States is very organized by the Burmans. And they done it somehow. Which when they are there, they do not come back again. Because they do not want them. We're coming back to it again in another slide. They do not want him back again because they do not recognize the word Rohingya. After we proved 1,000 years. In 2017, of course, continued children, elderly killed, burned. You can see. Excuse me. You can see my brothers and sisters. Is it a human? You were talking about a human. Ben Prince, you were talking about a human.
That's right.
You are talking about, is that the human which you are talking about?
Absolutely.
Look at these. These are human. One coming, for example, one little child find it on the beach in summer. They brought it. The whole world knew. But here, you can see many people are dying. It's our brothers and sisters in humanity. What are we going to do about it while you're sitting down? What you are going to do about it? These are very important. Killing. More than 800,000 people, of course, this is a bit old that I had from last year. 800,000 gone from here to there. From their houses. Looted, burned, killed, raped. You don't do this one to dog. You don't do it to the wolf. You don't do it to any animal. Even a snake that should bite you, don't do that to it. What they doing, human doing to another human. They gone to the depths of degradation. Of course, the starvation and other things, many things used. The starvation, they are dying from the starvation is a genocide, is a new genocide, is not a how many dig the grave. We have, of course, we are working. We are working with the University of the Queen Mary University, which we have written a book about it. About it is a new kind of genocide, a starvation, a damaging, fear, killing. It's not just a killing and putting underneath which you can say, here you are, that's a 12, 13, 14, 15. It's a continuous genocide. Modern genocide is that. We are trying to prove to the United Nations it is a modern genocide. A starvation, when you starve the people to death, that's a genocide. Thousands of thousands are dying. United Nations described that what is taken about a textbook example of ethnic cleansing. That's what I said, of course, he told me, of course. Antonio Guterres said, don't say that because if you haven't been proven it, they can go against you. I advise you to use that until you bring your proof, which we have at the moment. I have 5 QCs in here. Justice for Rohingya, UK. And we're working by the Hollywood. Justice for Rohingya. This is, I would like to, every one of you, whole world to get involved, to bring you justice, humanitarian justice to these people. The most persecuted people on the earth, that's the United Nations says. The most persecuted people on the earth. In the 21st century, which you say human is civilized. Where is the civilization? They are human. If they come another race, let's talk about it. They are human. How could the human destroy the other part of his body like this? Of course, we got Aung San Suu Kyi. Aung San Suu Kyi, of course, the Myanmar de facto leader and Nobel Prize winner. Of course, I met him in Oxford when he came. I'm one of the imam of Oxford University and the director of Oxford Brookes University. One of the directors of Oxford Brookes University. They came there, we gave him a prize, and we gave her freedom of the Oxford. Oxford is one of the best knowledge in the world. Oxford is the first at the moment university in the world. Therefore, we gave her, we put her picture on, we gave her a degree, special doctorate which she had. Now we are going to take it off of her. We take her picture off. Because what she was saying, the rape was by her doorstep. She could open the door and see the rape is there. The killing of the baby is there. The shooting of the people which are just saying, oh Almighty God, please help me. Help me, help me, save me. They have no fault. They are people, old people. They break the back of the old mothers. Elderly woman mothers. 3 months, a woman was, her shoulder was cracked completely off. When Lord Ahmed went there to see him, he said 3 months was off. He said, how dare? He said, get me, and pushed me so badly, cracked completely and destroyed. Where is the justice? While we're sitting down and doing nothing and have a cup of tea. Where is the justice? And of course, we stripped off. I was one of the key members to strip off her freedom of Oxford, which she was one. She had only one, and our best, of course, 26 countries where the news went to 26 countries. And of course, we are trying to, I'm very rigorously trying to take her honorary degree off. And we are, it's nothing in Oxford University to take a degree off. When they give it and give it forever, there is nothing. We are trying to change the law and that take it. And the future. What future? What future are we talking about? Rohingya, they don't want a name for it. They are all raped. There are some in Arabia, some in Malaysia, some in Bangladesh, some in other countries, African countries. The country which was billions of dollars. The country which the pipeline of the gas, $1.2 billion a year that pipeline gas getting from there. You're killing, raping, destroying for this gas. And the generals has got each one $2 billion, all are businessmen. All the business of the Burma going through them. You're killing the human for the money. The poor people for the money. Taking their land. They're looting their land. They had everything. Everything. They had a car, they had a jewelry shop, they had everything else they wanted. They had the livestock. They had the houses. They told him 2 hours you have. Anything you can carry, you carry. You could see, and I'm sure in the news, you could see everybody carrying the mother. Carrying the children. They couldn't carry anymore. Just carry. Where are the humanitarian side of it? Where? What we do as a civilized country? United Kingdom, of course, I took it to Theresa May, I took it to the Jeremy Corbyn, I took it to the many. Not many want to know. But we have to promote it. We have to promote it and we have to bring in justice. It's very important to bring in justice. And of course, you can see Yang Healy, the United Nations investigator, he says they do not want, they want to expel everybody that they do not want it there. That's what I say. And of course, UN say it is a crime against humanity. They don't call it again, it's still genocide. But we are going by the grace of Allah, Almighty God, prove it is a genocide. The same as the Jewish proved. And of course, we have the term of Rohingya, as you can see, we got around 1,000 years they were there. 135 nation is in the Burma. 134, and the Rohingya used to be 135th, which now they say there is no Rohingya. A new information from Al Jazeera, just a couple of days ago came. 16,000 children born. 16,000 children born at the moment. 60 a day born at the moment in the camp which they have by the Bangladesh, and they are children of rape. They have been proved. Face is different because Rohingya face are different with the Burmans. It's like my face, Bangladesh is different with the Pakistanis, different with that, different with that, different. They are different. And these are the proof. But Burma government still says no. All the general going to shake hands with the Donald Trump, with the other one. While they are criminals. Because of the atrocity with a million people. And of course we got the Commonwealth, which came to London. Many of our friends, or myself of course, I didn't participate, I had different things to do. But of course many friends, they said, they talking very seriously about the Rohingya. About the Rohingya and about the perpetrator. How we can bring a perpetrator to justice. How we can bring this perpetrator to justice. How we can bring justice to the world. And I got the same, of course. I found the two or three very good ones. Many we have, including the Canada, which are rigorously trying to bring the justice to the Burmese, and of course resettle them back in the way which they do not get raped again. I assure you, within 6 months or a year, another rape will coming out. They cannot live together. unless the security be there. I talk about the official of course, United Nations. What about the security? We said we haven't got it found. I talked to the head of the ICC, Fatou Bensouda. He's a top prosecutor at ICC. I invited him to Oxford University, and I told him, here you are, what do you want to do? Do you know what he said? Oh, very sensitive. Very sensitive. I said, what is sensitive? It's a political. I said, it's not a political. Nothing to do with politics. The woman being gang raped is a politic. The child being burned is a politic. The man being shot is a politic. Is a political. It's a humanitarian. They wanted to turn it to a political situation which everybody says is very sensitive. Think about it. It is not. It's a humanitarian thing that's been done. Of course, we have many things which we have to do, of course, there are many ways which we can return to peace. Of course, we have to feed them. 800,000 people are there. We are feeding them. We are feeding them, which is a crime to feed them. If we feed them, you know why? Because as soon as I feed them, I am covering the atrocity and crime of these Burmese governments. Burmese government should pay. I say in many places, why I should pay? They had a house, they had money, they had food, they had a car, they had a telephone, they had everything. You took him from them, you raping him, you burning him, killing them, and I'm fitting a bill. I am fitting a bill here. Of course, I raised it millions for them through the several organizations which I'm involved. But the fact is, if I help, I'm covering billions of, they got these Burmese people got billions of dollars. Let them help. Let them help, not us. This is very important. But of course, my thing is to bring it to justice. Many are doing the helping, which God bless them. They are trying, of course, otherwise they die. They die many at the moment. Because as a result of they throw him out, as a result of the stress, as a result of the fear. That's a genocide. That's a new genocide. It's not a genocide getting together and shooting like, for example, they done it to those poor Jews at that time. It's a modern genocide. And we are here to help to bring the justice. Justice of the humanitarian justice and justice of the God. I talk to the many Muslims, say, Inna Allah ya'muru bil 'adli wal ihsan. Behold, God commands you to do justice and good. What we do at the moment, just good. Hello, darling, I'm sorry I've been raped. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm pregnant. What shall I do with the child? The mother doesn't want a child, they kill a child. Do you know that? The mother, if you have the child, you suffer every second. Everybody said, this is a child of the bastard. Excuse my language, which I'm saying. Illegitimate. They kill him. Who done that? Burmese government. I'm trying to bring the Burmese government to justice. In Allah, so what we do just a good. But no justice. Anybody forget about justice? He said justice and a good. And Almighty God says here. I haven't got it here, of course. There's another one we will shout. Almighty God says, if you help me, I will help you. And Almighty God eyes. The Almighty God eyes is on that to see who is helping, who doesn't. Paradise is not just everybody can go in. It's very hard to get in. And this is one of the things which they can take you to paradise. Doesn't matter if you're Muslim or not, they take you to paradise. Perfect human. Because we bring you justice of God. And of course many things which you have it, you can read it. What we have here, something that missed, of course. We had it here meeting. I'm trying to, by the grace of God, I know, of course, I don't care. We are trying to change the regime change the regime. The person which is sitting here or standing down there is a chairman of democracy, chairman of parliamentary democracy party of the Burma. This person. He was with Hang Seng. This person which you can see in the middle. Buddhist. He was here. At the moment you see, you can see this place is here. We brought him here. He is here. I talked to the Council of America about it. I talked to say, there is a person here like this, which is a chairman of democracy. He cannot go back to his country. He got tens of thousands of people underneath, working for him. But if anybody says anything, they shoot him. They kill him. Let's promote that person. Let's promote this person. And bring democracy. It is not democracy and everybody knows it is a dictator. Everybody knows Burma is a dictator. Let's bring democracy. The man is here. Let's Burmese people doing it. We don't get it. We promote it. He's a very good man. Of course, very old, but of course, how it goes. He wants to go back to his country, and he wants to bring. And when we bring the democracy, they simply accept the Rohingya as because 1948 there is a 1948 resolution or what has been written down that the Rohingya people are part of the. Let's do that. The Pope went to the Burma. He couldn't say Rohingya. The Pope, which our friend was saying, everything he knows. The Pope knows everything. He's like a king all over the world. He couldn't say Rohingya. They did not allow him to say Rohingya. Influence. How much of influence they have. It's very important. Everyone should know. Everyone should get together. Everyone should go work as one. I know, of course, many things happening in the you're talking about in the Syria, in Afghanistan, in Pakistan, in Africa, Uganda, but this one is the biggest at the moment. 1 million people. God bless you all. This is a flag of the Rohingya. God bless you all. Thank you for listening. And of course, I'm open to any question. Yes.
Yes. I think the only solution to this big problem, this atrocity, is Islamic Union. And having a leader of the Islamic countries altogether, having a support of this ethnic cleansing, I mean the opposition to the ethnic cleansing, to the powerful voice from a leader from the Islamic Union, would be a real solution. What do you think about that?
Let me just say
this also.
Let me just say that after. Okay.
But it's then that you can respond. The Islamic Union is the only solution, is right, but this has to include Israel, Armenia, and Russia also. They cannot be excluded. So it cannot be a leadership of the Muslim country. West would not accept that. It cannot be an ISIS looking like leader of the Islamic Union. Yeah, but let me finish. Russia's leadership for an Islamic Union, because Putin is lawful against Christians, Jews, and Muslims. He is an Orthodox, also very modern person. And he wants an Islamic Union, and he supports that, and he sees Russia as part of the Islamic Union. We know that. So this is the only solution. Otherwise, this is only one of the solutions. You talk about this. We send letters, Mr. Abdel sent letters to the United Nations, to the presidents of the states. He has a book about that, websites about Rohingya Muslims. The entire world is watching that. But this is only one of the problems. In Syria, 700,000 people have been killed. 7 million left the country, the world is watching that. In Iraq, 2 million. In Afghanistan, 1.5 million. In Bangladesh, in Pakistan, there are explosions every day. 60, 50, 100 Muslims are dying every day. The only solution is Islamic Union, but with Russia, Armenia, and Israel provide the security of Israel, Jews, Christians, and Muslims, and atheists at the same time.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but because it was different, you had get a comment, that was a question I wanted, I'm looking for a question. Your question was,
Islamic Union.
no, Islamic Union,
With
no,
leadership.
no, Islamic Union is very weak. Islamic Union has been degraded, Muslim has been degraded through the world. Islam is a part of the problem, not a solution. Not a solution. Islam, if it was united, America, Donald Trump would have come and said, what can I do for you? 1.8 billion people, the most richest ummah in the world, the most richest people in the world. Therefore, we are very big. No, what I am trying to do, you can see around here, there were no Muslims, I guess myself. We are trying to do with a non-Muslim. It is not a Muslim problem. It is not a Muslim problem, it's everybody's problem, it's a humanitarian. Did I say about Islam anything here before? Did I say because they are Buddhists or Muslims? Did you see any word of Islam here? Or word of religion here? It's a humanitarian and you're responsible. Doesn't matter you're black or white or woman or big or small. You are responsible. You are human. If you take it as a union Muslim, he says, Muslim that the Burma says, I am Buddhist, I know, your Muslim is bad, Muslim is a terrorist. There is nothing, we have got nothing, you could see the Buddhist person I'm trying to help the Buddhist person, the top Buddhist person. We are not thinking about whose religion is that. We are thinking about how we can get as a humanitarian. If you want to go as a religion, lost it. It takes at least 100 to 200 years Muslim come back again. You believe me, I'm part of the Oxford University, I know that. Been 25 years part of Oxford University. I'm director of the Oxford University. Now, what we have to do, this is a solution. Non-Muslim, Muslim, all has to get together and lead it. I'm sure they will better. But the last thing I say, when they want, Zainab Hussain, I think, was one of the BBC, a journalist or newspaper or presenter went to the Aung San Suu Kyi, and Aung San Suu Kyi said, "If I knew you are a Muslim, I would not give you a interview." Did you see that? She was doing it as soon as she finds she's a Muslim. Now, Muslim may be a part of the problem. We have to rectify ourselves because we are killing each other. Each one is destroying other ones, and all are brothers. Please. Yes.
Thank you, that was really brilliant. Yesterday we said that you have to take neutrality as the most paramount point in any discussion that you're doing. And I think what people are forgetting here is that whether you call it genocide, whether you call it ethnic cleansing, innocent people without any control in their future is being persecuted, killed, for no other reason than people who have power in order to do it. And the West have turned a blind eye. I mean, the Pope should never have gone and turned a blind eye and not spoken out. And another Pope would have spoken out. He was feeding into this, turning the other eye. You talk about the Holocaust. Well, the whole point of the Holocaust was to remind people never again. People learn lessons from the past. There's a lot of things going on. So I think where we need to come is, how can these people call themselves Buddhists when it's not part of religion or culture to go and make people like this? And the West can do a lot more. It's not a Muslim problem, it's not an Islamic problem, it's a problem where the person has been given a Nobel Prize. You talk about taking away her Oxford thing. She probably doesn't care two hoots about that, to be honest. The Nobel Prize, if you remove that, would, because we get the publicity required with it. It's what it stands for. The most important thing, Sky Television News, I don't know if anybody watches, they've got a program called, I think, Beyond Borders. The most brilliant reporting. They did one on the Congo underage mining, and they did one on Mine Land, where they went into the village where they were actually kicked out, but trying to find out what's going on. And maybe you need to find that thing and work in partnership with them, because that's a serious
what we do, of course, as you said, of course, every bit hurts. Every bit hurts which we done. That is, it takes a lot to go and take off. That's called the mosquito strategy. Mosquito strategy says bite so much which it gets, make a chaos. He doesn't know what to do, and after that they give up. This is very important. We do every bit is help. I cannot go and stand in front of her, but what I can do is this one, and everybody else can do it. We are trying to take it off, but it's not that easy. Please.
Well, thank you for your deliberation, and also you are doing a lot for collecting the donations and everything. But actually, like this gentleman said, the Rohingyas, whatever is happening in Syria, Iraq, making it an Islamic issue or a Muslim issue or things like that. Some superpower is behind it who is intentionally making it a Muslim problem, an Islamic problem, and they have their interest for that. So it is not that automatically it's becoming an Islamic problem. There is a lot of money being spent to make it into an Islamic problem.
Right.
And the people who are spending this huge amount of money to make it an Islamic problem, make it a religious, sentimental problem, they are the people we know. We are aware who are doing it. So it is up to people like this who are doing it. But my question is, as you said in your deliberation, that it's been going on for a long time. The pushback is right in Bangladesh. So I see it every day. Pushback is going on every day. So how long are you going to help them?
Yes, that's a very good. What is the end? Absolutely, that's a very good question. Absolutely, very good question.
And another thing let me add is that the politicizing of this thing. The whole thing has been politicized. I live there, I know. So there are different political parties in my country. And the political party in power, they say, oh, they are not my liability. They didn't come in during my time. So this is not my liability. It was the previous government's liability. And the other party says, oh, this is not my liability. It didn't happen during my time. So this is not my problem. But a lot of money is going from abroad, like you are sending money or sending people or doing something, but it is not going to the Rohingyas. I can write it down for you. It is not going to the people you are sending. Like 5 years back, the UNESCO sent Bollywood actress Priyanka Chopra to the Rohingyas because she is the goodwill ambassador of UNESCO. I ask you a question. What will Priyanka Chopra do for the Rohingyas?
Okay, thank you. What I said, you have a very valid point. Of course, what I am doing. Of course, everybody doing everything else. Everybody. I told you the Muslims are a part of the problem, not a part of the solution. However, what we're doing for a justice for Rohingya, I brought you in the name of the Holy Quran, and that means the justice we are going to implement the justice of Almighty God.
Justice is a very big word.
No, allow me to tell you, we make it small, otherwise I cannot say. Justice are a very big word and very small word, we can do it. What we can do, we help. At a few minutes ago, I said to our friend, we're doing the mosquito strategy. And a small thing which I can do and I bring it is not that we sit in and say, what are you doing? What are the United Nations doing? What are the ICC doing? What are they doing? We give so much of a lip read and so much of a criticism of other ones, but we don't get together and say, what is the solution to do it?
Can I say
how we can
mosquitoes? There is a saying, catching the mosquitoes won't do anything. You have to dry up the swamp.
Yes, that's the, you're absolutely.
We have to find a fundamental solution.
We have
all the problems. Yeah.
If we talk, we are getting small at the moment. What we have here, let me tell you, we have, when we say that the justice of God, we are trying to do, and we have some people here.
And the world is watching.
We have, allow me, world is watching, world is doing nothing. I am doing what I am doing to do, what you doing, not what the world doing, and I'm watching and I'm telling what to do. No, this important is what I am doing. I want to tell you, and after that to see if you can help or if you can just go for have a cup of tea. MashaAllah, may Allah bless you. Oh, he's a good man. He's a man of peace. No, have a look. The responsibility to humanity is you have a responsibility to your family, you have a responsibility to your community, you have a responsibility to the country, and you have a responsibility to humanity which you live in. Now, what is happening here? I have the QCs. You understand? QCs are big Queen's chamber lawyers, the top lawyers which can shake the world. Shake the world. It's not from Afghanistan, Pakistan, Turkey, or Iran, or everywhere else. It is, they can shake the world, I know that. If they say they're doing it, we got these ones. We got these ones to do it, and they are very willing to do it. So many are together. What are you going to do? We need the fund to raise it. Not fund for the people of Mbeshidam. We need the fund. As soon as I say Assalamu alaikum, or we need, if you know anybody, we need sponsors. Big sponsors. Big sponsors to do that. And inshallah, if you know somebody,
Who can be a bigger sponsor than the United Nations?
the United Nations cannot do anything. He told me he cannot do anything.
Why
No, please, can I take a question? I want to take a question.
They have the right to say the United Nations has called the Rohingya the world's most persecuted minority.
They
described the atrocities by Myanmar's authority as ethnic cleansing. Do they have the right to say that if they can't do it?
But I can't argue with that. I am very humble to them. I'm trying to see I can do some justice, very small justice. Please, next one. I come to you.
Yeah, you spoke about, as part of the solutions to this problem, you spoke about possible regime change through Dr. Bo.
Yeah.
We could remember the euphoria that greeted the world when Aung San re-emerged in the political scene of Myanmar. She was celebrated in the West. She was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. She was given honorary doctorate degree. Isn't there a chance?
I'm sorry, I can't hear.
Isn't there a chance that we might be wrong about Dr. Bo? Because if he goes back there and he emerges the leader of Myanmar, there might be political realities that you might have to deal with. Because
what we need to do, of course, yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But you say you don't trust your brother because he may be against you. We have to get somebody. We have to say what is the aim and objective. We don't just take him and put him there. What is the aim and objective? What we want? Of course, I don't know. I'm a theologian, not a political. I'm a theologian. I know about the religions. Now, we put the people which they know and they take it forward and bring it as long as the Rohingya, to me, as long as the Rohingya being recognized as one of the nation and stay there secure, I say, salam, that means peace. This is only I want. Otherwise, of course we have to do that. Of course it's not just a hello and put the money together to going forward. And again, you have to think about it. Do you think I can do it with the general which got £2 billion each? They can put the lawyers and they crash me like a straw. Did you hear me? But I'm standing on my feet. And I'm talking here and it goes to at least 6 million people listening. I'm standing on my feet. And I say, yes, this is wrong. Humanitarian is wrong. I don't want anything. I don't want political. I'm not speaking politics. I'm speaking humanitarian. I'm speaking of rape and if you're a rape of a little woman. This you have to think about it. Not if we change and if you don't change and if you... Yes, let's get united. Let's do it and after that,
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's unite. Yeah, let's talk about that. Yeah, Islamic Union, but including Armenia, Christians, Jews, Israel, and Russia.
See, as soon as you say Islamic Union, you want to put that one yourself in. But let's talk about this. If they accept it, and after that you say we want to do that, we want to... See, your mind is there. We don't expect, of course. So let's put the Islamic Union, let's see what Islam, and after that put these ones in. You are already put in a condition, and I said, other chap says, I don't know if Armenia, I don't know if Israel is down here, sitting down there. Oh, I like it, but never mind. Do you understand what I'm saying? In general, that we argue in unbelief. That's what we're doing. Let's unite under the Almighty God, which the Israelis so speaking about it, Christian is talking about it, and everybody else says. Let's unite. Unite is not a condition. Without the condition, unite to see what is the wrong, what is the right, and how we can get together to bring in justice and peace. Peace to the world. Yes.
One thing we have to look at is that anything that's going to happen, it's not going to be a lot of people.
Yes.
There was a little boy who was telling everybody for a year that Mr. Smith's shop window was going to break at 2 p.m. Every day, people used to laugh at him, he said. But the day came around and he prophesied. Everybody was passing by to see what would happen. 3 minutes before 2, Little boy was out there with his watch and a big rock in his hand. At 2 o'clock, that window was going to break because he was going to do something. So unless you have that type of mentality and go ahead and step out on the water,
Thank you for what you're saying.
and step out on the water, it's not going to happen.
No, one thing I tell you, my friend. I get it, God witness, and my heart, hand on heart. I said to many Bangladeshis, I said to many places, the big, small they are talking about, I said, I am going forward, and within 10 years, with the help of Almighty God, will get it, and I will change it. I will change it. If you want to come with me, you come. If you don't want, I will go alone and change it. Because Almighty God says, and I haven't got it here, another thing, if you help Allah, He will help you and make your feet firm. This is what He says. I am going to do, and Allah is enough for me to take a whole world together, to confront whole world. This is how to have a spiritual. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly what I'm saying.
This is what and I am doing it. You believe me, except any Muslim I put it here, destroyed it. Any Muslim I brought it drunk. Because they want to implement just their thing. They don't think is actual. What they want to do, I don't want to criticize, they want to have a 20 television here, hello, I'm here. The woman is down there, is still raped, and put his feet on the woman, I'm here, I'm helping her. That's wrong. That is wrong. Anybody doing it there, and lady said, that lady, they found him, the actress, they went in there. For what? Is that right? For what they send him there? For the just fame.
Publicity.
Publicity, not for these people. I am for these people. And I put my money there, but I haven't got enough. God bless you. Yes.
I'm going to be a devil's advocate here. Sorry, guys. We said in the beginning that any individual that can make a difference in the capacity that they can should have the opportunity to do it. Now, this person is an actress or whatever. You're in a country where they're banning people from going in or whatever. So she's going in. How many television studios went? How many countries were watching that interview? And how much of the awareness has been raised that makes the country and the people responsible difficult to answer? Because you work with the limitations you've given. She was allowed in certain places. She probably couldn't see what she wanted to see. But you know, she has a following of the Western world, of her country, of the news. It raised the awareness that makes it easier for the people like you to deal with it. So we should be a little bit less critical.
What is, if you look at,
you're absolutely right. I don't know the person, I'm just saying we need to keep it.
Allow me to tell you, of course, yes, there are the people, they talk to me, said, Dr. Ramzy, can you go with the government this country, can you go to the Rohingya? I said, I do not go until I see my job being done and they are in there. I do not go there because if I'm going there, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 people, they are looking at me. Oh, I wish we look like him. I wish because he is going like a king. This is wrong.
But the government has to conform. The people
But God bless, I know. We have, again, the main thing is if we all get together. I know what you're saying, I know you are right, I know you have a point. Many people take a television with themselves and that's wrong because they are trying. If you want to take advantage of the woman which crying has been raped, he cannot understand what is happening. Is a child coming on and they don't know what to do. He said, I wish I was there. I wish I was there forever. Now, if you want to go and just do something and give us a little money and show yourself, that's wrong.
There was an incident that the camera crew went there and all these people, they were half-starved and almost starving. So they all rushed to these people because camera crew had a lot of people with them and they had a big transport. So all these people, they rushed to the transport. They thought that they brought them food.
Here you are.
They didn't bother whether they had a camera or what or who was coming. To them, Priyanka Chopra doesn't matter, even Donald Trump doesn't matter. To them,
food. Absolutely. Food and justice.
Bread, rice, that's what matters.
You're absolutely.
Nothing else matters.
Next question. Yes.
And another thing, since we are talking of politicizing the matter, India refused to take even one Rohingya. Chinese, they are helping the Myanmar government.
That's right.
What
That's
are
right.
you talking about?
That's
Can
right.
we
You're
find that?
absolutely right.
And
They are
Priyanka
scared of China.
Chopra
What
is-
humanitarian?
Priyanka Chopra is an Indian actress.
You're absolutely.
Her country has refused to take even one Rohingya. But
Absolutely.
because she is the goodwill ambassador of UNESCO, these people who are
Absolutely.
praying, these
100%
people who
agree.
are playing with lives, they have sent her to that place.
Listen to Bangladesh. That's right. That's
I'm
absolutely.
there.
I
I'm
know.
seeing it every day.
That's what I'm saying. What we need to do again, we need to unite Muslims, non-Muslims, Hindus, Buddhists, Christian, all, and the non-believers. All we have to get together just for humanitarian. We are brothers and
At the
sisters.
state level, not like just talking about that, but at the state level, presidents have to come like European Union.
Yes.
We should union, so we have to lead for that and talk about that also.
1,000 years start with a small, the first step. Therefore, what we need to do is my job is here to bring it with you or without you. With you or without you. And one thing I tell you, my brothers, doesn't matter you are a Jewish, doesn't matter you're Christian, doesn't matter, and the time of the judgment, I will call for you. I said you were sitting down there and drinking tea, and our people, I said, come and help. And you answer after that. Not to me. I don't want to make it think. There is answer to God. Is that right or not? Is that right or not, brother?
Correct.
Answer to God. Is that right or not answer to God, my friend? Doctor, is that right answer to God or not?
God will do it. I mean, I'm sure about it.
I say yes or no. I don't want it so much. Yes or no. Answer to God or not.
What matters is what we do. God will definitely do it. In 5 to 10 years.
Again, I said one.
What's going to happen?
Doctor Babuda, I wanted a yes or no. I said if your judgment of the God, yes or not. You said, but you didn't listen.
Oh, yeah.
Never mind. Jazakallah.
Everything is under God's control. So God is testing us, what we do against the wars and the crimes and all this, what's happening, internal conflicts. That's the way, the purpose of this life, to be tested.
Please.
So what,
We have one meeting.
as a doctor, one thing, for example, there's a cancer patient. And looking at the cancer patient in deep pain, you don't just kill the pain. You have to treat the cancer. Has a fundamental solution, chemotherapy, radiation, or surgery. And that is only solution, union. But with the Christians,
Again, you say union of Muslim. Union of all. I want all, not a Muslim just.
yeah, I'm talking about Russia, Armenia, Israel, everybody. I mean, and Muslim
No,
countries.
forget about those. I'm talking about whole people. I'm getting responsible for all, not just the
No.
these.
Nobody will come together. It has to be at the state level. The presidents of the Muslim countries have to come together and accept the union.
I said, now, may Allah bless you. You asked a question. You have been sitting down there. Now, what do you think what I said? What's your opinion? Please.
The opinion that you mentioned and you talked about, I totally agree with that. And since it somehow, China already said that it's going to be politicized. And if we talk about politics and things like that, it will never end and it will not have any benefit. Unless to go through these tools and measures that you are taking, I accept that, and that's why I don't try to talk.
The measure has to be taken.
Bottom line is we do our job, God does his job.
Absolutely. Of course, again, I said, in terms of Rohingya and Surukum, that means we got 1.8 billion Muslim, if they wanted to help a pound, if we get 1.8 billion come, we could have raised. And the people which I have, the lawyers which I have, they are very powerful lawyers. We choose even Attorney General of United Kingdom. Attorney General of United Kingdom, many times I talked to him about the Rohingya. Dominic Reeves is a QC. Top man in the, maybe a next president, next prime minister. That's how he's done. And he said, we're going to help. Of course, he helped me as a free. It's not a money. But these people need money, need funds to go there. And if you see anybody, I'm not talking about yourself to give. It's that 10 pound, 20 pound, 100 pound doesn't do it. What we need is sponsors. We got, of course, the brother here, Dr. Babuna, which is leader, is got a multi-millions. Several times I talked, they just crossed it on. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. The Dr. Oktar, you know,
Definitely,
help.
we'll do any support.
Yeah, so support here.
It has to be very rational.
Justice, not a...
And it's emergent solution.
Yes.
Can I add something? Yes. Turkey up to now has been aiding there is a humanitarian aid by Turkey to the region, to the Rohingya people in billions at a state level. So our Prime Minister visited Burma for that reason and talked to the leader that you mentioned, the lady over there. And then we are supporting our government to go on with this way in a political level in order to stop the atrocity over there in a state level. That's the right solution.
When I talk to the government, with all respect, AK party asked me to go and visit the country. We went a couple of months ago. We went to talk to the government. Of course, the government is very willing. I said, justice. They're helping, and I told you a few minutes ago, helping is wrong because those people, general, which the billions taken off and raping and ripping off the people, they should pay. We pay, and that's wrong. In the one way, we cover up. What we need to do, when I talk to the Turkey, with all respect, of course, with all respect, when I talk to the Turkish, and somebody said, what about Armenia? What about Armenia? They don't genocide to Armenia. Then Turkey stopped. I haven't done any Armenia, anything else, and I'm going for, by the grace of God, go for bringing justice of Almighty God and justice of human on the earth. These are because we cannot do anything. And I talk to the government. I'm talking to the daughter of the president at the moment. I can't remember her name, to talk about it, to see if we can get it, but they say the political. There is no political. There is only a humanitarian. We have to do it. And if you can do it, do it. If I had the money, I am doing it at the moment. If I had the money, I put it in. And I'm a stable man. They say, this is for the justice of Almighty God. If you have got no other questions, thank you very much for listening. It was good. We understand. Let's take it forward. And if you need sympathy, that's good for us. Let's push us forward. I myself, Robin Hood, that's lost in Robin Hood. Robin Marsh, he is one of the leading of our organization. And of course, several other English people leading this organization and going forward as just working. Thank you very much, and God bless you for listening, and your brothers and sisters.
Thank you very much, Sheikh Ramzy. It's a very powerful presentation, very important message. I abused my role as moderator and let you go a little bit longer, so I'm sorry about that, but I think it is a very important issue that we really need to put our attention to in full.
Universal Peace Federation wants to have an airing of these issues and also bring it to a greater audience. So, thank you very much.
Again, thank you from us all, and thank you from my CD, and thank you from the yes.
Robin, would you put some of the speeches on YouTube on your website?
Yes, please.
It's just a question of time, and
Yeah, that's fine, but you will eventually.
between us and ICT.
After the whole photograph, we can go downstairs and have a cup of tea, and of course give a cuddle to each other and go, but proper cuddle. I mean, yes. God bless you. Thank you very much. Thank you.